the inside life of the Japanese royal family. The Japanese monarchy was considered to be the wealthiest in the world until the end of World War II. But the big question is, what is the current net worth of the Japanese royal family? Because on Instagram or in any social media, people have not seen the royal family members driving luxurious cars or flying an expensive jet. So everyone wonders about the lifestyle of the Japanese royal family. We're here to answer all of your questions. In today's video, we'll introduce you to the inside life of the Japanese royal family. From jets to places, everything will be revealed. But before we dive into the lavish style of the royal family, let's see how the royal family came into power. History of the family. Japan has been ruled by the same family for almost 2,600 years. The Japanese monarchy has been in existence from approximately 660 BC, and tangible proof of its rule dates to around 300 AD. Emperor Jimmu, who purportedly founded his kingdom in 660 BC after clashing with local chieftains, is said to be the founder of the Japanese monarchy. Jimmu, on the other hand, is primarily regarded as a symbolic and mythical character. Historical evidence of the first 25 emperors is mythical, but there's sufficient evidence of an unbroken hereditary line since 500 AD. Historically, verifiable emperors of Japan start from the early 6th century with Emperor Kinmei. The Imperial House of Japan is currently led by Emperor Naruhito. Naruhito officially became the Emperor of Japan on May 1st, 2019. The properties of the imperial family's entire economic value was estimated at $650 million in 1935. At current exchange rates, the net worth of the royal family is estimated to be more than $22.9 billion. So first, let's have a look at palaces owned by the royal family. The Japan royal family has mainly two palaces, the Tokyo Imperial Palace and the Kyoto Imperial Palace, where major duties are performed. But the emperor and royal family mainly lives in the Tokyo Imperial Palace and the Kyoto Imperial Palace. Mainly the royal family stays more in the Tokyo Imperial Palace, and they perform certain functions in the Kyoto Imperial Palace. The Tokyo Imperial Palace is located in the Fukiage Garden, designed by Japanese architect Shozo Uchi. The modern residence was completed in 1993. The Imperial Palace is extended on 1.15 million square meters of land and is surrounded by 9 gates. The Imperial Palace has a £2 million a year clinic with 42 staff and 8 medical departments. The Imperial Palace properties also include a 736 acres of farm, which supplies produce and meat for the imperial family. The farm costs were £6 million a year as of 2022. The emperor and his family had a monthly water bill of approximately £150,000 in 2022. Apart from these, there are multiple palaces owned by the royal family, such as Akasaka Palace, the Hayama Imperial Palace, and many more. According to several reports, estimated amount of 6.72 billion yen, or $540 million, in the financial year of 2022 were allocated by the government of Japan for maintenance and management of facilities of the Imperial Palace and other properties, among other expenses. Cars owned by the royal family. Japan's royal family doesn't own many luxury cars like other royal families around the world, but they have been in some custom car designs. According to several news reports, the Toyota Century Royal is the official state car currently used by the Emperor of Japan, which was custom designed by Toyota, and its estimated cost is around $500,000 per car. Apart from this, the Emperor and Empress also have a fleet of 7 Nissan Prince Royal limousines. Also, in October 2019, a Toyota Century convertible was made to the taste of Emperor Naruhito for his coronation parade, which cost around $180,000. The internal features of the car are not exactly known, but since they're used by the royal family, both security features and comfort will be of the highest level. Private jets owned by the family. According to several reports, Japan's royal family does not own a private jet. However, the Japanese Air Force One and Japanese Air Force Two are the 2 aircrafts used for overseas travels by the emperor allowed by the government of Japan. Each aircraft has a capacity of 140 passengers. The aircraft are officially referred to as Japanese government exclusive aircraft. The royal wedding. During Crown Prince Naruhito's wedding, it is reported that on the day of their wedding, Japan also had a special day off and about 5,000 to 8,000 police officers were deployed along the road. 12 official celebrations were held in 3 days, and a reception in the palace was also held for 3 days, one during the day and one at night, and the number of invitations was 2,700. The total cost of the wedding is 3.2 billion yen, about $260 million, and the total police force is about 30,000. Also, their wedding has brought about 352 million yen, or about $20.8 million, to the Japanese economy. Other properties and expenses of the royal family. Apart from the imperial palace, the royal family owns imperial villas, Goryo Bokujo, which is an imperial stock farm, Kamoba, which is an imperial wild duck preserve, Katsura and Shugakuin, which are imperial villas, and Shosuin and Ryobos, which are mausoleums and tombs. As of the 31st of March 2021, these properties amounted to approximately 19.6 million square meters of land and 209,543 square meters in building space. Tokyo real estate could sell for as much as $139,000 per square foot, which was nearly 350 times as much as equivalent space in Manhattan. By that reckoning, the Imperial Palace in Tokyo was worth as much as the entire US state of California. The Japanese Imperial Family has a staff of more than 1,000 people. This includes a 24-piece traditional orchestra gagaku with 1,000-year-old instruments such as the koto and the sho, 30 gardeners, 25 chefs, 40 chauffeurs, as well as 78 builders, plumbers, and electricians. There are 30 archaeologists to protect the 895 imperial tombs. There's a silkworm breeder of the Momijiyama Imperial Cocoonery. The Emperor has 4 doctors on standby 24 hours a day. 5 men manage his wardrobe, and 11 assist in Shinto rites. The Imperial Palace in Tokyo has 160 servants who maintain it. According to several reports, around 5.8 billion yen, or $460 million, which is about 70% of annual budget, are used to pay salaries and bonuses to staff serving the Japanese imperial family. Also, 48 million pounds per year are paid for personal protection of the emperor and other members of the imperial family. Now let's see how the royal family earns their money. Each member of the imperial family, including His Majesty and the inner court members of the imperial family, is provided an annual allowance in order that the imperial family is able to maintain a lifestyle that befits its position. The basis for calculating the allowance for the imperial family members is stipulated by law. The total amount for this allowance was 260 million yen, or $20.7 million in FY 2022. The allowance for imperial family members includes one-off allowances paid when a member of the imperial family establishes his or her independent household. Apart from this, a day-to-day personal expense allowance of 324 million yen, or $25.8 million in FY 2022 was provided to the royal family. On April 6th, the Imperial Household Agency announced that the Emperor had donated 50 million yen to 2 organizations that support society: the government-founded Foundation for the Support of Children's Future, or Koromi no Mirai Oinkiki, and the incorporated non-profit organization Japan Voluntary Organizations Active to Disasters, or JVOAD. Thanks for watching the video. Comment down below your favorite part. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon to show your appreciation for this video.